said I was going to give to you guys regarding what it's like to be in the business and not bust it wide open. And the reason why I want to come here and talk about this is because, I understand that this title says X worker talks about busting it wide open, something like that. I wanted to talk about it from a place of understanding that, what I've learned about being in this business is that you really pretty girl, especially to us pretty girls, you really don't have to do all of that extra. You don't have to do all that extra is to get what it is that you ultimately want from that guy. And for the most part, there's usually two things for the most part that most women, not just pretty women, but women want from a man: attention and his money. Two things. If you get two of those things, some might say love and all that other stuff. I'm not going there, y'all, right now. I'm just talking about attention, attentiveness, and his money, right? And so what I've learned in this business is that as long as I, as a woman, be myself and at least speak to some of these guys. There was a time even today where I think I said hi too many times and I had to remember who I was. And what do I mean by that? There's sometimes a slew of guys will come through, right? And I was like, if I speak to everybody, and sometimes it fluctuates, it depends. Now, if it's a Friday night and it's a party night and everybody is, doing their thing like that, then yes, I'm definitely going to go ahead and just be, hey guys, I'm talking to the room. But if I'm just chilling and it's not that kind of lit party, and in fact, you can see right here, where's my mouse? You can see that my chat room is in party mode, right? But there's also chat mode. So I pretty much stay in party mode because of, my energy, personality. I'm always in the room for being playful, right? And so I say all that to say this is that I don't bust it wide open because I don't have to. Even if I want to, the guys have indirectly taught me that I'm enough, that I don't have to do all of that. And that's not a shot or a knock against the women that do. In fact, when I was a mentor, I used to promote, hey, I didn't know it either. That was my attitude. I didn't know they were just paying me just to be me. It's really now no difference than those that sit up on TikTok and collect gifts. It's really no difference than those that sit up here on YouTube and collect super chats. It's almost the same principle. The only difference is that 9 times out of 10 in webcam modeling, the girl is not going to be as chatty, as they're not going to take it as they're being broadcasters. They're going to take it as most men would take it, is that they are adult stars or adult entertainers. So but some of these adult entertainers don't even entertain. They will just sit there and, then do the acts later on. And if the guy tips them, you get what I'm saying? And after a while, it becomes very robotic. And so my biggest concern, one of the reasons why I didn't want to just begin busting it wide open is because I did not want I didn't want to become robotic. I didn't want to become just a comer. Okay, I did not want to just do that because I know that there's so much more to me than just that. And then on top of it, I realized that not every guy that tipped me, not every guy that paid money on me or for me deserves my body. That's something that I had to learn in real life outside of the business. Just because you took me out on a dinner or a date, I don't have to have sex with you. I don't care. And the interesting part about this too is that us women and us girls have to really learn, and this is where I learned right here in the business, that I don't owe these guys anything. If anything, they're grateful that I'm even speaking to them. They're grateful that I'm saying hi. They're grateful. That's what was my point earlier, is that I don't have to keep on saying hi. If anything, if they don't say hi, if they don't say hi, it's their loss. They're the ones who's going to miss this opportunity, not me. Because as that saying goes, when one bus is you miss one bus, here comes another one. And that's the perception I have when it comes to this business. Keep in mind too, you guys, outside of this business, I was in sales. I used to be a telemarketer. I used to sell home improvements. I have my own little side hustles. I know how to go out there and make my money, you know what I'm saying, without taking my clothes off, of course, but I know how to, I used to sell my crocheted stuff, and I go to events, and I, do this and do set up and do music, and, because I sing and stuff like that. So I know how to draw people to me and draw it in and all that stuff without doing anything extra to get it. Right? Because I realize one psychology is this: most people just want to be entertained. Most times people just want to be taken away from their regular 9 to 5, regular traditional jobs. I think the art of seduction, Robert Greene talks about that. If you can be, basically, I forget what not art of seduction, 48 Laws of Power. I think it talks about how, or was it, I think it's art of seduction, where it talks about you can become a certain type of person that takes a person away from their regular. If you're the type of person that can take somebody away from their boring ass life, you winning. So if you're a pretty girl and these men are not used to a pretty girl, or they are used to a pretty girl, but they would not have the access to a pretty girl that they like, or the girl next door, or they're too shy, or they don't have, they're not that secure, whatever the reason, then me being a woman in the business, I'm the girl that the guy's like, damn, either he's going to practice with me, or either he's going to be like, okay, I know in real life I couldn't have her, but I mean, in this industry, I'm going to pay her. Then I run across the guys who feel like just because I paid you, you ought to get naked. I done heard it all, right? They don't say it in that framework, but that's the attitude some of them have. In fact, I have had some men come to, they would pay me, take me into a paid private session, right? And then say, okay, get naked. And I'd be like, who are you talking to? You must not know about me. You must not know about me. And I'll literally start singing it. You must not know about me. And they start laughing, because I don't ever want nobody to leave being mad. But you're going to have to get the hell up out of here, because that's not what I do. And again, it took me years. It didn't take me years to get it. It's been so long. It takes a special guy. Let me go here. It takes a really, really, really special guy. For instance, the guy that I just had in my cam session before I did this recording, which I will come back and talk to. Are some of the guys that I meet online, are they attractive? Are they funny looking? Are they ugly? Or would I have dared give them the time of day in real life? Most times I don't even pay attention. Most times I zoom in my camera so that I don't even see what's really going on their end. I just don't, because I don't want that. Sometimes I don't want all of them energies. In other words, I've seen too many penises in my life. Period, in and outside the business, just keeping it 100. If I seen another one, it wouldn't surprise me. You seen one, you seen 10. So that is not that. You see, I laughed. So I'm still lighthearted about it. I ain't bitter or mad or angry or turned off or jaded about it. You know what I mean? It's just that here we go again. Hey, little wormy. You know what I mean? Hey, little guy. Or hey, big guy. Hey, whatever. Right? I'm okay. And some guys in my real life, imagine, this is probably one of the reasons why most men be like, I would never want to date a girl in the industry, because it's not that I don't think that men feel that we are used up. I just think that we're just not surprised, okay, I seen this guy, I seen this before, so we may not be taken aback, but hey, if I'm an actress, I can always act surprised, just like I do with these guys. I always, hey, oh my God, but the guy today, let me tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened, guys. So I'm in this private session, right, with this guy. Again, he is a servant. He's a cuckold, right? So what's his name? Cuckold something another. Cuckold slave, right? So he takes me in a private. We have technical issues. I scroll up a little bit, right? Because I'm like, okay, let me put my camera on. He puts his camera on because we do cam to cam. That's what it's called, C to C. So he put the camera on. He takes me in exclusive. Exclusive simply means that nobody else is going to interrupt. And usually exclusive shows are a little bit more pricier than regular shows, right? So he takes me in exclusive. When we're chatting it up, he's, oh, Goddess, I just want to worship. Goddess, I just want your nails. Da 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 da. He's telling me all. In fact, I recorded it, and I didn't know if I wanted to put it up on YouTube because I think it was too X-rated. I'm not sure. But if I can get away with it, I'll put up the video. So we're one-on-one session, and you guys can kind of hear this guy saying what he wants me to do with my nails. Okay, so I didn't heard it all. And it's usually the pinky, so let your imagination go where it wants. So I'm playing this role with him as I am the goddess who is went out on a hot date, and I just came in, and for those that don't know what cuckolding is, when I get to quizzing you guys, we're gonna go through the quiz, we're gonna find out, and I'm gonna see if you guys paying attention. So anyway, So I'm in this private with him. So I have my screen. Let me show you right quick how I do. For those that don't know. So let's just say a guy says, I'm going to put my camera on. So the camera will pop up, right? What I do is I'll go right over here to my, let me see if I can do it. I don't think I can do it while I'm screen recording. No, I can't do it. Oh, no. Dang it. I thought I could do it. Ooh, I didn't know I could do that. What the hell is going on here? What is this? Am I still screen recording? Oh, I guess because I took a picture and then the Google shows what the picture is. Okay, we learn something new every day. Hey, I want to get back to my recording. I'm done. Select the search. I don't want to search anything. I don't want to search me. I don't want to do nothing. I want to get out of here. Oh, come on. Look at this, guys. You see what's going on here? Let me see if I can. Anyway, man, I don't want to do this no more. Okay, so how do I get out of here? Oh, shoot. No way. Hopefully you guys can still hear me because it looked like it paused my... Wow. Okay, so can I X this out? Okay. Anyway, my point is that I'll go over here to my freaking... That was weird. I'll go over here to my zoom and I'll zoom so far up, and if you zoom and make your screen bigger, it enlarges the screen so that way I can't even see the guy, right, or whoever is in the camera, because my screen takes up, or my portion of the screen takes up so much because I have zoomed in that big. You get what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to show you guys. So in this case, what happened was in this case, the guy, I happened to zoom out a little bit, and he had the camera on his face instead of having it in other places, right? And so I scroll up a little bit and I go, oh my God. And I was so taken back by this man, y'all. He was so handsome. He was so handsome. It's a rarity in the business I'm in, y'all. I swear to God. He was attractive, okay? A white tea guy, salt and pepper, dimple. I said, uh-oh. And I got so nervous. I got so freaking nervous to where I clicked out of the freaking... I just come back and tell you guys this whole story. I'm gonna come back after this and then tell you guys the details on this, because this has to be separate. But anyways, going back to busting your wide open. So no, I don't do that, and I don't do it again because I remember I was on YouTube years ago and I had a servant came through. His name was Gary, and this is called Serving Gary. And Gary saw me crocheting, and he wrote me a message on YouTube, I think it was, or I forget how the message was. No, he saw me on my night flirt, because again, keep in mind, you guys, I'm still a phone actress, right? So I still have my phone listings, and I still have guys that call into my phone sex operating or phone sex line, right? So, but it's rare. Sometimes I have it open, sometimes I don't. So anyway, so he hits me up on my phone line, and he says, "Oh, Goddess, I seen you on YouTube. I'm so attracted to you. I've always wanted a black goddess, a black long nail goddess, and I'm out here in I think he was in the UK, or he was in Russia. He was somewhere in another country, and he was like, I never seen a beautiful black long nail goddess like you ever in my life, and I gotta have you, basically." So he was one of the first that kind of really let me know I didn't have to, because I remember there were moments this man started sending me, it went from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 in a week. He was just sending me money. Of course, he's not around anymore, and this is an older gentleman, and some may very well call this man a simp. Who cares? Some of these simps enjoy being simpy, okay? So he was basically just spoiling me. I went and took a trip to Vegas. For those that, this was years ago, right? I went and had a good old time and hopped on it. In fact, way back then, I wasn't even driving, so I took a bus to Vegas, spent the night in a beautiful hotel, just did it up, right? And make a long story short, he did all of that, and I remember being in the hotel saying to myself, I gotta give this man something. I remember thinking, I gotta give him something. I gotta give him at least a nude, or at least show boobs or something. I was still not understanding who I was. Damn the business. I wasn't understanding who I was. And so when he told me, no, goddess, please don't. I want to admire your beauty. I don't care about your beauty. I just love you. Turn me on so much just in your essence. You turn me on. Da 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 da. I mean, this man was writing me letters and you know, of his admiration for me and so on and so forth. And I lost that computer, y'all. Right? Damn, I lost them receipts. But I say all that to say, in fact, watch this, you guys. I was, for those that followed me for years, I was in a bus accident, not going to Vegas, but I was in an accident. The bus driver was drinking. I ended up going to court to get, I basically sued the bus driver because I was on the bus taking pictures of my nails at the time to send to this particular client, this particular lover, and the bus crashed and I broke my nails, right? I ended up going to court. I had to print out all of the payment that my nail lover was sending me, and I presented that to the judge. She was a female judge, girl power, but I presented that to the judge and said, and told my lawyer, I want to be compensated because of what happened on the bus, because of this bus accident, I lost basically my money makers. And I can't work because my nails are broken, damaged, and things like that. I mean, it was a pretty run in. I mean, there was a woman on the bus who was pregnant, and she turned out to be okay or whatever. But he was just going through a divorce, decided to still go to work that day, and be driving on the bus drunk, and hit the freeway and ended up hitting the wall, the embankment, as we got onto the freeway. My nails, I went crashing to the front. All my nails broke off. I had to get off the bus. We took pictures. I still have I have the receipts on that. I have the receipts on that. I have the receipts on the payment. And so when the court or the judge saw, she said this. She looked at my claim and she said, "This is the most bizarrest, different case I've ever seen." And so I posted on my what did I post it on at the time? I think it was my Instagram of showing how I won my case. First time ever in long nail goddess history did a woman go in there and get compensated and get the monies back. I think it was like $1,000. It wasn't a lot, but I won. You know what I mean? It was like everything that my nail lover was going to compensate me, but now I got to go back through and fix the girls because of your negligence, right? Yay me! So that when that happened, it was like the heavens opened up and the nail gods just was right. And it was something about that incident, that what happened to me made me realize just how very important I am as a nail goddess. Not only a nail goddess in the business, but even outside of the business, right? Because this went far beyond just being an adult worker, right? So this, in other words, I often tell people, I don't just wear nails just because it's a fashion statement. They mean a lot to me. You know, for those that don't know my story, the very first person that taught me how to crochet or you know, in other words, I learned about nails in my first foster home, right? And the woman that was there, her name was Roro. She wore extremely long nails, right? So I've always had this attraction to women who were eccentric and exotic looking and odd, and so ta-da, right? And so here we are. So I said that to say, now you can kind of get an understanding, you know, why I don't bust it wide open, because I am too much of Jalina Nails is to do that, you know. And mind you, I would love taking pictures. I can't wait to be in a space where I get back to doing photo shoots and all that other stuff, and I'll definitely do some more explicit pictures and put them right here. But to do actual shows, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna even. I think I'll probably bust it wide open when I get my place. When I turn the keys to go into my new place and we can celebrate, I might give somebody a link. I might give you all a link and say, hey, I'm live. We're about to have some sexy, naughty fun. If you guys want to join me, you can join. We have a big old shindig. All in the safety and confinements of our homes, our houses, whatever, you get what I'm saying? And we're going to have a good old time. I might do it then, right? But I say all that to say, you know, I just had to learn that I didn't have to. And I also had to learn that, you know, so what if the other girls choose to do that? You know, it doesn't make them lesser. It doesn't make me more. It just means that I know who I am. And I know that in whatever I do, I want to do it when I feel like doing it. Not because I've been paid to do it. Not because I'm demanded or commanded to do it. I'm accustomed to having things my way in this business. I'm accustomed to knowing that I don't have to sell out. I'm accustomed to knowing that, hey, just because you pay, I don't care. I've had more than a few times where men have taken me into a private and paid what they would call a pretty amount of good money, and then think that they're going to just talk to me your own kind of way. You ain't going to just talk to me your own kind of way. You're not going to do it. You're not going to talk to me your own kind of way just because you paid my money. That's why I know I could never be a stripper, because I don't like the idea of you throwing money at me and I got to bend down afterwards and scoop it up and put it in a black trash bag. I'm too Bridgety for that. I just don't like the way it looks. I don't want to bend down. And in fact, I was dating a guy years ago, and I had reminded him that he said he was going to give me some money, and I never asked. He offered. And so I think it was like for gas or something like that. And he took out the money from his wallet. I think it was like 40 bucks or whatever. He threw it on the bed. I threw it back at him. I said, no, we're not doing that. Some might say I'm too prideful, but I was raised this way. Yeah, I've gone through hell. I've been through a lot, but I always return back to pride. Like, no, I don't care. You're not going to just, you may get a couple of times to treat me like shit, because that's what's happened in my life sometimes. I'm saying that as a pretty girl, or attempt to treat me like shit. And then once I realize, okay, I'll give you one chance. What they say? Once, twice, shame on me. You know how that thing go. To treat me in a certain way, or act like you want to treat me in a certain way. And then now you're just letting me know of how you feel about me. So if I don't really put up with it too much in my real life, even though I've had my challenges, I'm definitely not going to put up with it in a business where I know that there are men that are saying, hey, who are literally telling me you don't have to do that in order for me is to. I'll close with this. For those that don't know this story, and I love telling this story. I love telling this story, you guys. Love it. I was in a broadcast, a show. I was doing a show a few years back. I had logged into work. This guy came through. At the time, I think my prices were set, I guess, a little too low. He came through. He said, "Hi, goddess." I said, "Hello." He said, "I like what I see." He said, "But let me go read your profile. Let me check out what you got going on." He went and looked at my prices. He came back to me and he said this. He said, "Goddess, why are your prices so low?" I think I was charging like $1.99 per minute. And he was like, $1.99 per minute? $2.99 per minute? He was like, "Goddess, I was going to take you into a private, but I can't." He said, "Because basically you don't know your worth." I immediately logged out of work that day, changed my prices. I think I went up maybe like $2. Maybe just $2 up. So like $4.99 a minute, right? Then I was on I joined a group, a community group, because I'm with a studio. And when I joined this particular studio, because first I used to be a super independent cam model, but now I'm part of kind of like a community, So I joined them, and when they saw my prices, they said, "What?" They said, "Oh, hell no. You should be at least $7.99 per minute, $10.99 per," and I was like, "Really?" And they're like, "You've been in the business too long. When you consider your age, not that my age is a bad thing, no." You see what I'm saying? So what I'm grateful for being in this business is that I'm gonna say it's God. God has a way with still letting you know just how valuable you really are. I'm in a business where most people would shun and feel ashamed and embarrassed and put down women for, But the truth of the matter is that I've had encounters with too many men and too many people that say, your prices are too low, or you don't have to sit and I don't really, if you don't feel like getting naked, you don't have to. You don't have to sell out like that. That's not what I'm here for. I just want to sit and talk to you. Yeah, I get off on you just because your face is pretty. And the truth is that just goes to show you that a man will get off on a pretty girl or a sexy woman, whether she was in the industry or not. You got men that are on your job. In fact, I have men that come to my broadcast talking about how he got a crush on his coworker, and oh my gosh, goddess, how do I talk to her? What should I do? Or she's so hot. Right? He can't say nothing because with the laws and everything, he's gonna lose a job. But Yeah. So for me, I've just put so much in. I don't think I've done it. I just think Spirit has. I think Spirit has put so much in my sexy bucket, or in my adult content bucket, to where I don't wouldn't ever have to do it. In the way other women feel like they have to. They don't even have to. You know. So again, I don't knock women who busted wide open, but I do knock the woman who thinks that she has to, or think that's all she has to offer, or think that she's not going to be able to make the money unless she does that. So, and I get it. It's that thing where people are going to think, just like this, like with OnlyFans. How many girls went over to OnlyFans only to realize you really got to work. It's not just a matter of twinkling your toes, wiggling your toes, because the truth is that it's so saturated now. So many people are doing toes, so many people are doing that. It's rare you see. I think I'm the only woman, at least on this site, that I've seen, and this is a huge network that I'm a part of, that is a long nail ebony goddess. I think there's a few Russian women that I've seen, but there's no other Jalina Nails. It's, speaking of destiny swapping, even, in fact, there is a movie, for those that may be curious, on Netflix. There is a movie called Cam. If you want to know what it's like what really destiny swapping looks like, it's about a cam model, cam girl, who actually some other entity took over her show, over her spirit, and became her, and stole her whole identity, and literally swapped her destiny, and was making money off of her. Right? It's kind of like a horror thriller flick. It's really trippy for those who've seen that. If you want to see it, I should say. My leg is falling asleep. Gosh, whoever to my sit here, that's how I know I'm getting. Let me straighten out my leg, y'all. That's all. But yeah, so I say that to say I enjoy what I do. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. I'm tired. So sleepy. But ladies, you don't have to. You don't have to sell out. Okay. And when I say sell out, I mean in your own right. Everybody's selling out. Some people might still look at me and go, "Oh my God, you're still selling your soul, or you're still selling out, or you're still." Again, I think you only sell out, and you can sell out in many. Do you know how many married women have sold out that are actually married? You know how many traditional women? You know how many women that wear skirts all the way down to their ankles still, and they have sold their souls? I think the greatest sin of all sins, I think what sin really is not being abundantly peaceful and liking you. I really think the greatest sin of all is self-hatred. Because self-hatred goes out and it goes out and up and above and around, and it spreads out this darkness across the land, across the world. Self-hatred, people who don't like themselves. I don't care I don't care how much it looks like you are a pure person, right? Pure, that word. Or that you're innocent, or that you're doing the right thing, or that you are such a Christian, or whatever it is, right? For those that, I don't know if I said it earlier, but I took out my tooth because it was bothering me earlier, so I said take it. And I've been camming all day without that sucker in. Okay, because I've been not had it, and it didn't stop nothing. It didn't stop not a damn thing. I had a really good day today. So, and oh gosh, I gotta come back and tell you about this guy, you guys. Oh my God, he was so freaking hot. Remember Incredibles? Because I just love, I just love kid movies. I do. But remember Incredibles when was it Incredibles? When the lady was like, he's a dentist. I forget. I think that's what it was. But yeah, so I'll come back later, you guys, and kind of talk about that, of what it was like, for me, actually being attracted to one of my clients. That's something in anywhere across the business. Usually women, you're supposed to be emotionally detached. That's all the way down to the P word. Even in prostitution, you're supposed to not kiss and all these things, right? Because you don't want to be emotionally attached. And I was just taken aback by this guy, but Anywho, I'm so tired, you guys. So yeah, I might come back and talk about it. Might not. In fact, let me see if he comes back. No, just kidding. I'm like, let me log into work and see if he comes back. Start my show. Let's see what happens. Ooh, wait, I can't tell. Ooh, what happened? Oh my gosh. What happened? What happened? What happened? Ooh, wait a minute. Wait for it. Wait for it. I don't know, you guys. Looks like I'm still going. I haven't had a lot of technical difficulties, haven't I? Alright, forget it. Forget it. I'm going to just stop that right there.